What up, y'all? It's Smart, cause I'm back with another wavy reaction. This video I'm reacting to is Floyd Mayweather on Muhammad Ali not being a #1 boxer. So, he feels like he outranks Muhammad Ali. If he feel like he outranks Muhammad Ali, I'm sure he feel like he outranks Mike Tyson. You know, and so on and so forth, all the other legends. This man is crazy. Not saying he's a bad boxer, but it's like, maybe it's the money. Because I don't feel like you're more talented than them, you know. I feel like Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson, they was like animals. They want to either knock somebody out, or they weren't afraid to actually, you know, get punched, so to say, or actually fight. Now, I believe boxing is all about defense, not offense, you know. Because you know, defense win games in basketball. Defense win, you know, fights and fighting, of course. But I respect Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson more because I looked at them as more as animals and fearless compared to Floyd Mayweather. But let's get into this video.
Floyd Mayweather here in studio to promote the super middleweight unification fight at Barclays. WBC champ Badu Jack going up against the IBF champ James DeGale. That's live, Showtime Saturday, 9:30 Eastern time. And Floyd has been good enough to stick around and judge our top 5, the greatest fighters of all time. And I believe that I will take the honors and go first. Here we go. I didn't even know about Henry Armstrong until I started researching this. Held 3 titles at the same time: featherweight, lightweight, and welterweight. Get this, he fought and won 41 times.
He had 3 titles at the same time. Have Floyd Mayweather ever done that? I'm just saying.
Times in a 2-year period, Floyd. That cannot be done. 41 times in 2 years. Number 4, I did go with Floyd, 49-0, tying Rocky Marciano's record.
Thank you.
A lot of brawls. Nearly impossible to hit. Faster, quicker, better clinically than basically anyone he climbed into the ring with. Number 3, I went with Joe Louis. Became heavyweight champ in 1937 and kept the title for an astounding 11 years. That's unheard.
I didn't even know there was boxing in 1937. Damn. And I bet you Floyd Mayweather has something to say because he's number 4, not number 1, or number 4, not number 2. But personally, I would have put him at number 4 too, or number 5 for that matter. Especially due to the type of fighter he is. Yes, he's 50 and old, but the type of fighter you are makes me rank you a little bit lower than, you know, the legends, of course.
Heard of. Defended the title 25 times without a loss. Number 2, I'm going Sugar Ray Robinson. Lost just one of his first 123 fights, of course, Jake LaMotta. And then LaMotta and Robinson got in the ring 5 more times, and Sugar Ray beat him all 5 times.
Damn.
But number 1 for me, it's got to be Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali, you know, come on.
He took the stand before his 3.5-year.
My thing is, they bogus. They bogus. How y'all didn't have Mike Tyson on there? Mike Tyson should have been number 2. Roy Jones Jr. should have been in the list. You know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all talking about? What you doing? What you doing?
Exile, he was unbelievably fast for a heavyweight. And then afterwards, he reinvented himself. He had some of his most memorable fights after the 3.5 years off. And of course, we've talked so much this year, 2016, about what kind of a figure he was socially and every other way. So,
of course.
I got Muhammad at number 1 for me.
Okay, so Floyd chuckled when you said 4, as in, are you kidding me, sir? Like, are you kidding me, sir? I felt that.
I was happy.
Okay, good. Yeah, that was nice.
I'm appreciative.
Okay, so here's the deal. We'll just do the list, and it's all time. And history is still, it's always rewritten and rewritten, right?
I mean, it's been millions and millions of fighters. And just for me to be on the list is it's truly a blessing.
My list is just for me, David, right? So again, it's my list is what I thought, what I think of boxing. Number 5, I gave it to Mike Tyson.
Come on, put him on the list. Stop playing.
When he was at his best, at his prime, when he was the most dominant, I was
knocking everybody out.
I was scared for you. You decided to get in the ring. You could see the fear in their eyes. Floyd, I agreed with David here. I went in at 4. History is yet to be rewritten. No, you could have more and more and more. You never know. You can move right on up the list.
If you would get that 50th like I was urging him to do last
That's
segment,
what I was
maybe
No. If you ask me, I would say Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., Sugar Ray Leonard. Okay. Floyd Mayweather, I'll put him in the list. He fifth.
I was just like, if he did that one more, if you fight Conor McGregor, I'd move you right on up. And then here we go. Number 3, we got Joe Louis. I'm right there with you, David. I mean, number 3, 2, 1, hard to argue. 2, Sugar Ray Robinson, as you said, and then number 1, Muhammad Ali. It's just hard to just.
Did I say Sugar Ray Leonard? Y'all know what I mean.
I agree with the 3, 2, 1. I think you sneaked a peek at my list. I asked you, Floyd, honestly, right now, in your opinion, as we're going through this top 5, who is the greatest of all time?
What are we judging fighters on? If we judge them on standing for a cause, then Ali is hands down. But if we're talking about taking the less punishment and breaking our records, it's Floyd Mayweather. You know, I don't think that it is. I mean.
Now that's facts. That's facts. Facts. Taking the less amount of punishment, defense, which is the same thing, and breaking records for Mayweather is maybe number 1, number 2 for that. If you're looking at it from that aspect, but if you look at anything else, no, he's not number 1. You know, we can argue about it.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali paved the way for me to be where I'm at today. And, you know, he's a legend. But when we talk about record breaking, I mean, we also got to talk about Ali lost to a fighter with 7 fights when he lost his world title to a fighter with only 7 fights. So these are the things that we don't look at. We don't only look at him standing for a cause, which is the great thing, because if Ali didn't stand for that cause, I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
Facts.
So I have to take my hat off to Ali, but I didn't get his sport 40 years to say that there's another fighter better than me.
You know what is interesting? When I was coming up with this list,
Facts. So no matter what fields you go in, as a boxer, as a basketball player, soccer, golf, a YouTuber, entrepreneur, 2K, whatever you're doing, if you giving it your all and you're doing it for a long period of time, you're the best. You're number 1 in your mind. You can think that. Facts. Don't ever say nobody else is better than you, even if it may be facts. Don't ever get nobody that type of certification. Never. Facts.
Ali had the thrill in Manila. He had all the.
But guess what?
No, I just want to get to this question. You didn't seem like you got into those brawls with guys.
That's not cool. That's not cool. What I'm here to teach fighters is this: the name of the game is to hit and not get hit.
Facts.
It's not about taking punishment. And I love Ali, but sitting on the ropes, taking punishment as far as doing a rope-a-dope, that's not cool. The cool thing about my career is this: I retired 49-0 on my own terms without taking any punishment and made smart investments. Now I'm able to put my kids through college and teach other young fighters and other people that's under my umbrella how to do the same thing.
I agree with all of that, and you have your mental faculty.
So you're saying that? So you're saying that?
No,
for me to be known as the best, I have to be in a knockout, drag-out fight, or what thing is this? I can make.
I feel like it depends on. I feel like it depends on what you look at. I feel like it depends on what you look at. So if you're looking at defense and record breaking, then he number 1 or number 2. You know, because I'm sure somebody in the world broke his record. You know, but if you're looking at it like, you know, who's the most animalistic, you know, person in the ring, and who stood for something, who didn't mind taking punishment, who just like, you know, let's get to it. Then we talking about Mike Tyson, we talking about Roy Jones Jr., we talking about Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? So it really depends on how you look at it and who you look at. You know, so I agree with him. I don't think he's number 1, but if I was to speak on defense and record breaking, I would think he's number 1. You know, so if I'm fighting somebody in the streets, so I'm fighting somebody in boxing, I would want to, you know, knock somebody ass out and not take no punishment. It makes sense. Like I would want to knock somebody out or beat somebody up and not receive no black eye, no broken nose, no broken jaw. It makes sense. Okay. For that reason, he is close to number one. For that reason.
The extraordinary look ordinary. That's what's so great about my career.
That's a valid point. My question to you was going to be, what was your greatest moment in the ring?
Every fight played a major key. Every fight played a major key. And number 48 was the most important one. The Manny Pacquiao fight.
Why?
The reason why is because the world, even at ESPN, you guys shot a commercial, said how I was scared, I didn't want to fight. And so many people said I was scared and I was a coward and I was a chicken. But when it's all said and done, I was the smartest one. I walked in there, and in 30 minutes, I made $300 million.
Oh!
And I was able to lead the sport
Put a lot
on
of
my own
zeros
terms.
to that.
And I want all young fighters to know this. Ali is a legend, and he will always be a legend. And he will always have a special place in my heart. But when we talk about the sweet science of boxing and being very, very sharp, the thing is this: you guys want to get in this sport and take less punishment as possible, but get a big reward and leave the game on your own terms and make smart investments.
And you did it. You absolutely pulled it off.
That's what boxing is about.
I agree.
Because it's crazy that when Ali was fighting, the world hated him.
Of course.
Once he took a lot of punishment and then he couldn't walk or talk anymore, they loved him. Don't love me when I'm long gone. Appreciate me now. Love me now. That's how I feel.
Yeah, no.
But Ali...
That's facts. Somebody, you know, when somebody die, they get all the love. Everybody at your funeral. Everybody want to make a post about you. Everybody want to make statuses about you. Everybody want to say how much they cared about you. But when you hear, you know, it's nothing. It's nothing, literally. And, you know, for example, if somebody, you know, dead and broke, trying to make it, no one supporting, nobody doing nothing, nobody liking, sharing, nothing. But once you're successful, they be like, hey, I know him. I went to school with him, and so on and so forth. So it's fucked up how it's like that, you know.
I take my hat off to Ali and every legendary champion. Sugar Ray Robinson, all those guys paved the way for me to be where I'm at today in the sport of boxing.
Special top five with Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Money Mayweather. Get it right.
Money Mayweather.
Before we go, who won?
Who won?
This was
Me or
better.
David? Whose list was better? They're telling us to leave.
I had the best.
Ah! That's it. Back in a moment, folks.
Thank y'all for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Give me a big thumbs up. Now, what I want y'all to do in the comments below is comment y'all 5 best boxers of all time. No matter who it is. No matter who it is. Comment y'all 5 best. It could be, if y'all could be looking at defense, record breaking like he's looking at it. Y'all could be looking at fearless like Mike Tyson. Y'all could look at it, you know, however y'all want to look at. Comment y'all 5 best boxers of all time. Love.